If you want to engage your audience right from the outset, from the first few words that come out of your mouth, but you perhaps don't want to do that in too confrontational a kind of way, maybe not too punchy, a really good way of doing it is to refer to something that's topical. If your audience all live within the same location as the event that you're speaking at, it might be extreme weather that you're experiencing. It could be something that's in the news fairly widely, but all of that comes with a few caveats. Now, I'm recording this towards the end of June 2024, and here in the UK, we are in the midst of the British lawn tennis season. There's a background going on of the Euros football championships, and here in the UK, we have an election campaign going on, and at the same time, there's an election campaign going on in the States. So there's always going to be something. It might not be such big events. Going back again in the UK, 2022 and 23, we had, in a short space of time, 3 major royal occasions. So it's very tempting to refer to those sorts of things, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing that. But one of the things to remember is that not everybody shares your passion for it. So particularly the sporting things. Now, I happen to be an avid tennis fan, which is why I mentioned the lawn tennis, less so the football, which is why I referred to that as the background. But I have to know and understand that some people would be almost blissfully unaware that any of those events are going on. They might not be TV watchers, so they might have no idea. They might have no idea who some of the sports people in those areas are. But even more concerningly for you as a speaker, given that the purpose of mentioning something topical is to draw your audience in, they might have a strong view which is completely opposed to the whole thing going on that you are referring to. Now, that is much more likely, of course, to relate to things that are political, and for us here about royalty and so on. But so all the point of this tip really is to, yes, by all means be topical, but don't make assumptions about your audience's view about the thing you are mentioning. Give them permission to not know about what's going on, or indeed to not be pro whatever you're speaking about. I mean, typically I would say try and avoid politics and whatever as much as you can, because it is a great divider, as we know. But just don't leap in there assuming that everybody knows that England's playing tomorrow night and it could be a game changer or whatever. So yes, be topical, but make it general. Also, if you are speaking virtually in particular, but it could be an international audience in person as well, be aware of differences about what's topical in one culture is not necessarily topical in another, and making references or explaining references so that everybody can understand what it is you're talking about. Hope that's helpful, and if you want to have a chat about being topical or other means of opening your speech in an engaging way, let's have a chat.